the 2021 season, of course, as we know, is in the books. A champion has been crowned. Teams, we're getting ready to see what we're going to do. So we're going to start our 2021 season in review series today with the NFC West and debuting our brand new intro. Let's get this going. Oh, everybody, once again, welcome. The FTBSports presents Through the Table. I'm your host, Britt Smill. I am joined by my two of my co-hosts, Donnie Shoemaker and Renee. Donnie, Renee, how we doing?
Good. I just I thought I just tuned into a pro show. Like that intro was killer.
Hey, oh
Hey,
yes.
for real, yo.
We want to thank Mr. Silver Fox. The man put that together for us. Didn't even ask him about it. Didn't even say anything. He just hit me up. He was like, "Hey, can I see can you send me that thumbnail, man?" And I was like, "Sure." So I sent him the
It looks
thumbnail,
good,
which
for
the
real.
thumbnail for us was made by if you know him on the Twitter, I Talk MU. Talk made the thumbnail that we've been using.
Oh, did he? I love
Yeah,
Talk.
yeah.
Oh,
So
Talk is awesome.
yeah, so shout out to him. I shout out in the first episode. I haven't shouted him out since. So Talk, sorry about that. Talk did the thumbnail. Mr. Silver Fox just did that beautiful intro, and just loving it. Renee, how's your week been?
Pretty damn good.
Still,
Still riding off
still.
that Super Bowl win, man.
Oh man, no kidding, right?
It's nice. I think it's very well deserved. I mean, it's been 23 years. I mean, Tom Brady's career essentially happened right in between both Super Bowl wins for us. So
Right, you're separated.
it
No,
would have
for
been a
sure.
lot different though if we would have beat the Patriots both times. That would
Oh
have put us at
yeah.
what four
Well,
rings
you
if we would have
did
got it
beat the
done.
Patriots. You just didn't beat Vinatieri.
Well, they cheated that Super Bowl too. That's when they
Whatever you
started
gotta
the.
say. I love how like everybody on these podcasts, not our, I mean, yes, ours, but like the other ones that I
It's
watch,
every fan.
they're always like,
It's
"Oh
every
man, Tom
fan though.
Brady, like he's been out of the league for like years." I'm like, dude, he just retired. Like,
You're
come
right.
on now. You say that because look at man, the more haters you get, the better you are, and that's the
Right.
bottom line. So
Oh yeah,
Let's
but
start
I
out. We
mean,
have a
but
couple
like
of quick
literally,
comments.
like that's literally like you see when the Rams won in '99 till now. That's Tom
Tom
Brady's
Brady's
career.
career.
That's literally all of it.
you
Tom
had two
Brady has
years there
stopped
that
a
you could have done
lot of
something, but I guess
people.
I mean, we had Jared Goff is what the fuck the problem was the
no, I'm
second
talking
time.
about the 2 years before he, because Tom entered in '01, right?
Oh man.
They played in 2002. That's when the Rams and the Patriots played, and we
What
lost
I'm
to
saying is
Vinatieri.
Tom Brady entered in '01, you won in '99. So technically you had 2 seasons in which you
Yeah,
could have won before he entered. I'm just
we
throwing
Yeah,
shade, dude.
but
out of like
those
just like when he
those
started
That's
to
two
all
win
it is.
Super
people,
Bowls.
yeah,
That's
Essentially, is
all
what
it
I'm
is.
getting at.
Planting
yeah.
trees over your house because you got all that shade over you.
All right,
Uh,
let's do a couple. We got some quick comments here already.
What's going on,
Uh,
Mr. Smeal? Killing it,
Devil
man.
Devils United. Shout out to Devils United. They have a great podcast themselves. They cover the greatest football club in the world, Manchester United.
They always throw us love on the comments. I really appreciate you guys. I
Yeah.
don't know who you are, but I do appreciate you
No,
nonetheless.
she does very, very good work with her channel. She even covers the women's side. The
Is that
women's
what's her
side.
Did you
name?
guys see
Maisie.
the
Yeah,
U.S. versus New
Yeah.
Zealand? Like
Yeah.
the double score they got less than 5 minutes in on themselves.
Dude, right?
I'm like, we're not the team to be messing with to do that.
Yeah, so she pops on every time. Here's another that pops on every time. Miss Britt Smeal. Happy birthday. Happy birthday,
happy birthday, Pop.
Pops.
Oh, happy birthday, Mr. Smeal. Dang, man. Gosh. Shoot, man.
Yep.
Let's go out this weekend, yo.
Right? You all got y'all's
Shoot.
numbers. Dad agreed on something. I think it was talking about the inch. We were talking about the intro.
Yeah, he
We
was.
thought it was
He was.
good. And then that's for Renee, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm the only one with the Super Bowl win here, so.
That's right.
Yeah, because I don't have
Tatsu,
a
you
team
are
and
super
Rick's making
classy.
a win.
Ignore the
So
cat
how
in the
old did
background.
Zeb turn? Like 35?
Oh, yeah, he's probably
Yeah.
35.
I know.
All right. Well, with the ending of the Super Bowl, I know we recapped that. So I thought a good place to start with our 2021 wrap up would be, of course, to start where the champions came from, the NFC West. It'll be low hanging fruit to start with the Rams.
Don't do that.
So
Come on now. That was like
we-
the whole
we
last
won't-
show.
We won't start with the Rams, right?
Yes, don't do that.
Yeah, we kind of wrapped up the Rams season last week, but we can go talk about different things from the Rams this go around. But what I thought was the second best team in that conference all year. I think when I did my preseason, I had them at number 2. the Arizona Cardinals, of course, they're led by former Texas Tech head coach Cliff Kingsbury. He's been there for 5 years. So far, with these 5 years that we've seen with Cliff, how do you think he's done with Arizona? Because we saw Arizona underneath Bruce Arians, who everybody will tell you very, very, really good coach. And now you have Cliff Kingsbury in here. What have you thought about Arizona with the transition, how Cliff is doing? We'll start, Renee. What's been your idea of the Cardinals for these past 5 years?
I feel like it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, honestly. I mean, they do well, they don't do well, they falter here and there. They, at one point, but I think they were at the bottom of the NFC West. I think they were worse than Seattle. But
shoot, that's hard to do right now, right?
Yeah. And that also sums up their 2021 season too.
they could
doesn't
not
it?
keep it together. They were so inconsistent, like for the last few years, and then they get really good. And then for whatever reason, they just fell off. And then even when they made the playoffs, and they went and played the Rams, they looked like they didn't even want to be there. Like it was just another game. They were just out there. They were like, hey,
Mhm.
looked like they were banking on the Rams to make mistakes. Like instead of just going and getting it. There was no urgency, but in the whole grand scheme of things, I think they've done decent. Could they
Mhm.
be better? Yes. I mean, they can be strong next year, but honestly, if I were them, I'd get rid of Kyler Murray. Seeing the stuff that I've seen, at what point?
No. I agree with you, but I
no,
don't agree with you. It's the whole.
No, I get it.
Well,
It's
let
he's a good,
Renee
team
finish.
next year. I know that's why I didn't want to interrupt.
Right, yeah,
but
wait.
he's a good quarterback. But
I think he's a drama queen. So
he's too full of himself. He's got that almost like that Johnny Manziel ego going on. At the world should revolve around him. That whatever he does is the best thing he can do, and then just does fuck all for the team. when I start reading a starting quarterback goes into the locker room and puts on headphones and stays away from his team,
Yeah, I know.
I'm not okay with that. I don't, and
Yeah.
even not even my team. That kind of pisses me off because you know what? Football is a team sport. You should be fucking sitting there
Right.
talking to your teammates.
Yeah, and like
And
we're all athletes. We've all been on a team. Like if
I
we
don't
ever
want to play
walked
with someone
into a
like that.
locker room and saw somebody like this in our locker room,
Someone's
oh
getting smacked
no,
upside the
dude.
head
Yeah,
because and their headphones
exactly.
taken out of their ears.
And then this
Because
is
Because
the
they're getting paid millions of
quarterback.
dollars. Like, let's
This
you're
is the
gonna
rein it
act like
in
a
a
little
quarterback
little
he did
bit.
brat.
it
Come
to.
on now.
He's acting like a child. I mean, he
Yeah.
technically kind of is a child, but
Yeah, he
it
is a
doesn't
kid.
matter. No player is bigger than the club. That goes for any fucking sport. You play for the whoever's paying for you and
Yeah.
what's on your jersey, on your kit.
No,
And the
100%.
fact
Yeah.
that I feel like if they keep him or if they don't start disciplining him, he is going to continue to drive a rift not only between him and his coaching staff, him and his team. And guess who ain't going to protect you anymore? Who's not going to catch the balls? They're not going to want to play for you, and then now Arizona's going to start to decline because nobody wants to play because he's playing because there's all gonna be all kinds of problems, but I mean it might not happen. Maybe Kyler Murray will grow up at some point, but I think someone's gonna help him grow up.
Donnie? What just Arizona 2021. What do you what
I thought they were good. I mean,
watch them?
they were actually like fairly better than I thought they were going to be. And yes, he got hurt, and then they strained a little bit right after his injury, and even I think they brought him back too fast.
Oh,
But the
okay,
point is,
Kyler, yeah.
yeah, the thing is like I think they have the weapons. Like, look at Connor was struggling at Pittsburgh. I hate saying that because I love your mom, but like and then he moved and he learned a new he learned a new scheme, and then he got into his groove and he was really doing it. And the thing is, what I've heard about outside of the game is that Murray, he really is and I hate bashing on players, but like I get it, you're young, but at the same time, if you make the NFL draft, or even if you just like period, if you make it in the NFL, you're telling me that's not your first team sport. You know how to act in a team, in a system. So the fact that and I get it, it's when you get drafted as like the head, like you get drafted as a quarterback, I understand there is a little bit like I'm a badass, no matter what you want to say, like in the back of your mind. But at the same time, you have to understand that you've never played in that caliber before. And yeah, you got there, but that doesn't mean you can sustain it because we've seen time and time again people can't. So I think as far as the 2021 season is, if I was to say I didn't know about the off-field drama or what's ever happening in the locker room, I would say that despite his injury, yes, they could pull into 2022 as a solid team. But I think in general, if we're talking about the Cardinals moving forward, I think that they need to get that under the lock. And if that's not under lock, why are these people like Connor, or why are they going to stay around? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because you
They're
got to
not
look
gonna let
at
him
their
play.
contracts. Their contracts are coming into like, and they're
right.
going to look at like, why am I going to stay on this team who is basically like almost obsolete before this season? Why am I going to stay here? Because unfortunately, as much as all we want to say, the NFL is like a team sport and the player, yeah, blah blah blah. It comes
The
down to
stars
money.
on the team have to be happy and they have to be in it, because if the stars of the team aren't in it, that team is not going to win that game.
Well, the truth is, it's all about money. So teams don't care; they'll throw you away just like that. So at the end of the day, unless you have a solid team, you need to do what's best for you.
So then are we talking about, because I thought Arizona throughout most of the year, they were kind of strong and I thought they looked good.
They were dominant up until right before he got hurt.
Right, even though when they were up at the top, I still always had the Rams pegged to win this division.
Well, I mean, they didn't even take over until like
no,
the second to last game.
right, and this is where I'm going to get to this whole Kyler Murray maybe separated from the locker room, right? Because he gets hurt he comes back. Things sort of kind of look like they're going back, and people are like, oh, okay, Kyler was missing. Everything's getting back in the groove. But then there was this downslide of Arizona, and it was a downslide all the way into their exit in the playoff. So are we going to attribute, after he got back from injury, something happened very quickly to where he became disconnected and the team fell off?
Well, when you put it like that, I don't think it's so much like a disconnection.
I'm not saying about
no. Because like listening to you say exactly what you just said, like I think the disconnect's been there all season, but he's been so good that they were willing to put up with that disconnection. But then when they came back, whether it was his own say I want to come back, or the organization saying, hey, can you come back?
And he didn't agree with it. And
either way, I think he came back too early, no matter whose decision it was. So when you're not playing at that caliber, people are going to not put up with as much. Because if you're a winner, people will put up with the BS a little bit. But if you're not,
if there's a Cardinal fan watching, you want to come in, if you're in the comments, throw us a comment. I'm going to get with you. I'll send you the link. You can come on here live with us, and you can talk about Arizona Cardinals, because like we don't know. Like me, I'm Bills. A lot of my looking into stuff is looking at Bill stuff, and then overall encompassing of the NFL. Renee's the same way. Her team looking at reading stuff from those inside reporters first, and then going and looking at the NFL reporter stuff. Donnie is also an all-encompassing NFL kind of guy. So we know the Arizona Cardinal fan is doing a little bit in depth more. And because I don't know what these Arizona Cardinal beat reporters are saying.
I'm like, who are you going to get better than him?
I don't know how, but I know it's the thing,
not this coming, not this draft.
It don't matter. So you stick it out.
Yeah,
I don't think Kyler is. Does anybody think Kyler Murray is stepping on the field for the Cardinals? This is Deshaun Watson all over again. He's going to do it, Deshaun Watson, and he ain't going to play next year.
If he matures during this offseason,
I was
I do think he'll step on the field. But even if he does,
or would you play? Would you play for him?
I mean,
the paycheck.
Growth is growth, man.
Okay,
and I'm not saying that, but like, he has the elements to be a successful team. So he has to look at himself and say, "Hey,
he's got to be that change.
This is something I want to do." And if not, you trade him super high and get the players you can get, and then what do? You get a veteran quarterback that's facing out.
You're the right guard, dude.
No,
you're the right guard.
That's not going to happen. You're going to play him again.
Guard. And Kyler Murray,
he's getting on the field next year for the Cardinals. He's going to be a birdie next year.
He's going to be a problem, is what he's going to be. Yeah, he'll play for Arizona. I think he's going to be a massive problem at some point. He can't.
Well, yeah, he's got an attitude, man.
Yeah, no, and you know what? But that's the thing is, if they start to do poorly, he's going to see the bench. And if he's going to
go down, he's going to be pouting and throwing a fit, isn't he?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, like Donnie hinted, and we've seen it in college football a ton of times.
Yeah,
they'll put up with a ton of bullshit when they're winning. You're winning titles. You're winning this, that. No, look at
NFL though.
But look at Urban Meyer at Ohio State, and how the crap they put up with. And as soon as he left, all the shit you heard. Oklahoma, like what he did in Oklahoma and shit, like other random areas off the pitch, like. I feel like that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah, but this show needs a disclaimer. Any shot we can take at Urban Meyer, we're going to take.
Fuck Urban Meyer.
I mean, I agree with Renee. I just feel like they haven't had a quarterback with this caliber.
Yeah, how long are they going to? Yeah, are they going to put up with
it until
for a year or two at least?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to get a good quarterback this draft next year.
Yeah,
absolutely, they would. But
actually,
the thing is,
hold on. I want to say something about that little ain't no quarterback thing. I've seen some tier rankings that NFL people have put together, and I don't mean to
Where
take
they
a
come
pop.
from, Britt? Where they come from?
I don't want to
Where
take
they
a pop
coming from,
shot.
Britt?
I don't want to
Where they
take a
coming
pop
from?
shot of anybody here. It was. I can't remember the
This
website.
team that maybe
But-
starts with
Oh.
like a bird mascot.
No,
You
and
have a
it was
problem with
quarter. It
Duck.
was quarterback rankings, right?
Okay.
And
need
there
help.
are 4 quarterbacks in this draft that this tier ranking put ahead of Joe Burrow.
College and the NFL are 2 different rankings.
No,
There's
my
not too many
point.
quarterbacks that did what Joe Burrow did.
No, my point
I know. It's easier
being
said than done. Rankings
is
and actual
you
physical
look
playing
at
ability
Kyler
are 2
Murray,
different things.
but if you watch Kyler Murray, he is not doing anything that to me deserves where people rate him.
Well, you got to think he brought a team like the Cardinals to like
From nothing. They
the
were, like I
team-
said,
yeah.
they're-
They went
Bruce,
from
they're
nothing
at
to
the
Super
bottom
Bowl.
of the NFC West.
What are you
Bruce
talking about?
Arians had this Cardinal
Lord,
team
Mike.
going good.
But people
But still,
don't. The average person doesn't go, "Oh, that was the coach." They look at the dude who's throwing the ball,
and they
and
look at the defense,
and that's
and they look
unfortunate.
at plays, and that, yep, you're on your own on that one.
So what I would do is I would sell high, maybe play him one more year, get your team like where you want to as far as defense is concerned. Because Connor's a good running back. You just got to convince him to stay. You have Edmonds. You know, you have what's his name? The dude who's the wide receiver. His last name's Chase, but I don't remember his first name.
No, Kirk, the former Washington football team wide receiver, Christian Kirk.
Is that him? I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, the point is you got the players to make it. So what do? You stick. You stick with him this year. Hopefully he does good enough. You sell him high in the next year.
But say he doesn't grow up, and
Well,
he's
then he
still a
basically-
problem.
yeah.
Hold
You
on,
can't
hold on,
run with.
hold on. You want to get rid of him? Who the hell is going to take him?
Oh, okay.
Mediocre team like the Jaguars.
I was going to say the Raiders, but
I mean, somebody
No,
right starts with an
everything I
R.
would-
I don't want him. I don't want him.
Vegas is all in
I don't
with
want
Carr.
him.
Las Vegas is all in with Carr. There ain't no
Oh
quarterback.
no,
But
Carr's
dude,
gonna have to
Las
retire
Vegas.
before they go.
Dude,
somewhere.
I was like,
They
yeah,
are
no,
they are all in with Carr.
yeah, but the
man.
thing is, if they can get someone like Kyler Murray to replace him, then what the fuck?
I'd rather
not?
have Carr than Murray.
Me too. As much
I'd
as
rather
I
have
think
Carr
Carr's
than
I'm not
Murray.
saying
undervalued.
I
I mean, he's
wouldn't-
not undervalued. He's
He's
shown what he is,
underrated.
but like,
Do
he's-
I
But-
I think
rank
he's
Carr
a better
over
team player,
Murray?
and that's what it comes down to. A
No.
team at that kind of level.
Well,
don't
maybe
rate
the
Carr over
Texans. I
Murray,
don't know.
But
No, this is what you do. You put Fitzbeard
Carr
at your helm,
Kaepernick to the
and then
Texans.
the Cardinals win the Super Bowl if Fitzbeard is a quarterback, and then you trade.
Dude, Pittsburgh, dude, stop.
I know. I'm
Stop with
stuck out my ass,
Pittsburgh,
but it's just
dude.
like, man, dude,
He's
I
the
really want him to
greatest
win the Super
backup
Bowl.
quarter-
He
he's the
deserves it, man. He
greatest-
deserves
he's
it.
the greatest backup
Fitzbeard
quarterback
is the greatest
ever, dude.
journeyman ever, and he
He's the
deserves
greatest
the
backup
win, man.
quarterback
He does.
ever.
I'm gonna go
But
down.
I
I
don't
don't
want
care.
him
I'll say this
fired.
until he retires. He deserves a Super Bowl ring.
Oh, hold on. I'll be with you there. Come on, man. Because as a Bills fan, I know a lot about Fitzbeard, dude.
But I would sell that dude high and get the players that you need. The problem with that is we've seen the problem with that with the Rams.
Are you going to be able to sell Kyler Murray? You will.
Right now, you can.
No, not right now, but I would
A
say
losing
No, you
season
probably
coming up
can.
next season, you're definitely not going to be able to get what you want.
Are you?
That's-
You can't
so-
roll with Kyler. You have to try to push Kyler Murray in this offseason right now. You
I would
have
this
say
is
to
their
so,
last
push
shot.
yeah.
This is,
Kyler
I think,
Murray.
this is Arizona's last shot to get Kyler Murray under control.
If
And if-
anything, I'd trade him to Dallas, man.
Do you think? No, they're invested in Dak.
Dak, they're not
I
going to
know,
let that one
because
go.
did they give him some kind of like? He's like,
I'd rather have Dak than Kyler.
Didn't he
Yes.
like have some kind of like? They're talking about some kind of like ownership.
And I'm not a
deal.
Dak fan.
Neither
don't
am I.
know.
Dak's
But,
outside the top
maybe
10
the
for
Eagles.
me.
I was, but honestly,
No.
then hold on.
Hurts?
Time out.
Yeah.
No,
Whatever.
then that would no.
Push him,
No,
push him,
no, no,
push
no,
him.
no, no, no. See, if he does go to the Eagles, that's not a bad shout though, because you put Kyler Murray as your starting
It's the
quarterback.
same quarterback.
Shut up.
He's
You
better than
can-
Hurts.
He is better than Hurts,
Not
but
by
that's
much.
If anything, okay. Well, then for sticking with that division, sorry, Renee, you go ahead and talk before we get
honestly,
into
if he does go to the Eagles, that's your chance to convert Hurts to either an H-back or a running back.
Okay.
If not, bulk him up and put him as a tight end. If Kyler Murray goes down, he's gonna know the play, so you wouldn't even have to fucking worry about it.
Hey, Fly Eagle Fly Nation.
I mean,
You
I hope they
listening in?
crash and burn. I don't care.
they're
That's not my
going to
problem.
pick.
Right.
No,
No,
they're going to go with Hurts
exactly.
this year. But really, if we're talking about the division, if we're talking about that
That's not a
division
bad shout
specifically,
for a move.
I
for
would
Kyler
say
Murray.
what the Commanders, Washington Commanders.
Oh no, it's the Washington football team.
The
Yeah,
commies?
no,
Yeah, the
no,
commies.
no. Hello, Conrad. But like,
Just like I will always call Bill Stadium the Ralph.
or the Vikings.
now-
like
I
Kirk
will from
Cousins,
now- I will
the
from
Vikings.
now
They got a
on-
new quarter. They got the new head coach
We're
coming
not
in.
talking
Who's
about the NFC.
the Rams? But I'm saying Kirk
Well, we
Cousins
are
isn't going to
talking
get
about
you
the
anywhere.
NFC.
So if they
Yeah.
maybe Kyler Murray
Conference.
goes to
Yeah.
the Vikings. Kirk
I don't
Cousins,
see him. I don't see him going. No,
I know,
I
but
think-
I'm just saying.
So
These
I
are the
think
teams.
he's got
So are
a
we
better
with
shot at going
no
to the Eagles
Kyler-
and the Vikings.
Yeah, I agree with this.
If anybody
If
wants to go
anything,
with his
if
crap.
I was them, I would try to push a trade, get Kyler Murray for Cousins, try to get Cook as your running back, then trade
Not gonna happen. That's
Connor.
They're not moving.
That's
Cousins.
so
They're not moving
far-fetched.
Cousins.
I'm not just.
They're
I know
not
it's far
moving
fetched,
Cousins.
but I'm just saying.
No,
No.
it's not. I don't see it out. I don't see that.
Carolina. Maybe they could do some with Carolina. I don't think Carolina has
If
anything
they've
to
dealt with
offer
Cam
except for
Newton-
Yeah,
draft
Sam
picks.
Darnold.
they've
I mean,
dealt
Sam
with
Darnold's
Cam
probably
Newton,
not
they
going to
could
do too
deal
much
with
for
him.
him.
No,
I was like,
what I'm talking about is now what does Arizona get? I don't know what Carolina has to give. Christian McCaffrey.
Is he
There
still
goes
on
your
that
team.
team?
yeah,
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
he needs to go somewhere else. That
That
man
is
needs
like
a
the
better
dude
team.
who gets paid the most for just like sitting at home.
Hey,
I'm
no,
jealous.
he makes fantasy football players a lot
No,
of
trust
money
me.
every
If you
week.
want to offer me
So,
$300,000 a
he's
game to
doing
sit at
fine.
home, hell yeah, I
Okay.
will be your running back, dude.
I will
Like,
lay on the floor. I will stay on the floor.
I
It's
will
fine.
even come
Right.
down to the field and sit on your bench if you want me to. Like, I'm
So,
not tripping, dude.
As far as Arizona, you think they roll with Kyler Murray in 2020?
I think they do.
I think.
Carry
I
Mike.
think.
Kyler
Yes.
Murray's under center
Yeah,
for
I
the
think they
Cardinals
do.
next season.
I
don't think they can get enough for him.
No,
is what
they won't
want.
get it.
Is as far
No,
as what
this
they
So
is
want.
then you're telling me the only difference between him and Deshaun Watson is the criminal aspect of Deshaun
No,
Watson?
Deshaun Watson's way better as a gangbanger.
Deshaun-
No,
yeah,
no,
he's-
no, the
shit.
controversy. The controversy.
I meant criminal. I mean, whatever you want to call him. I'm sorry.
The controversy.
Deshaun Watson shouldn't even be in this conversation. He shouldn't be an NFL football player. So, anyways,
So maybe they can do this deal with
no, I
Houston.
think what
Kyler
Arizona.
Murray. But what Kyler Murray did, the closest equivalent you could draw to would be Aaron Rodgers. But because of the ownership
What?
in the with the controversy.
I don't even like Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is better than Kyler Murray.
No, I'm not comparing how good they are to each other. I'm comparing the controversies. What
You can
Aaron
get more
Rodgers-
for Aaron
Hold on,
Rodgers
hold
as
on.
a
No,
veteran
no,
quarterback that he
listen,
is
Listen
than
to
you
me.
could for Kyler Murray.
Listen to me. To what Aaron Rodgers came out and said and spoke about, and what said.
Oh my God! Here
What
we go.
hasn't he spoken about?
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. That's why I'm
and
like,
he
whatever.
is still up in high regard, held there. He ain't going nowhere.
The Cardinals are going to
But-
hold on to him for a whole nother season. Hopefully, he at least gets into the playoffs.
So,
they
can
sell
I
him
speak
high.
for 2
No-
seconds?
No part
Seriously?
thinks the Cardinals cut bait on him because of all this.
What do you have to say, Renee?
I would say they're going to sit on him one more year and get nothing for him or next to little for him. I think the mad scramble is going to be for the quarterbacks that are going to be coming into the draft next year, like Bryce Young and all, like that whole class that's going to be coming in most likely. I think they may go for it. I mean, they may not. They might. I don't know. It depends on how they finish this next season. But I think that's something they would probably look at if he is still a massive problem, a distraction. They'll sit on him, they'll work him, they'll make him work for his money, they'll bench him,
Oh,
do whatever they need to do, and then it's a ride out until the draft, and then they'll start trying to trade him for picks. Because there's
interesting
going to be a
question
team
here.
who isn't going to get it, and they're going to take Kyler Murray because he's a decent quarterback.
You hit it. This was my segue into what I wanted to ask you then. Okay, you're a team, next draft you're not going to be in a position to get one of these quarterbacks. And there's something inside you that goes, hey, what about Kyler Murray? Is Kyler Murray better than any quarterback we can where is the incoming quarterback line and where's Kyler Murray? Are we drafting above or below that line? Okay. So then do you make a call to Arizona this year, or do you let this year ride out and then call them later? Or do you
I would
see if
call
you
now.
can, or if you can see if you can do something right now and get Kyler Murray in for 2022?
I would call in. I would do it now because someone else is going to have that same idea, and it's going to be a foot race to who gets to him first.
Do you
And
think
if they offer the right money.
Do you think Arizona is concerned enough with anything in the locker room that if somebody called for Kyler Murray, let's go with what you're saying, Renee, right? Roll with Kyler Murray next year. But if somebody calls you with an offer, are we entertaining it this year, or are you still, hey, I want to roll with Kyler Murray and see if I can fix him real quick? Or do
Depends on
you
what kind of
answer
money
the
they're
phone?
offering.
It always depends on.
But that's a big thing because
Okay.
a lot of people are going to try to undersell them because of his attitude. That's going to be a big factor in who takes him and how much they offer for him. If he's got a shitty attitude and a shitty disposition, they're not going to offer near as much as what they should.
So
And they're
with
going to cite
anything,
those reasons.
exact. So with
But
what
I
you
would
know about the situation, what would you accept?
I would entertain the idea and go, hey, nothing is for sure. And, may obviously make that other team note, take note, be like, hey, this is still an open negotiable deal. We will talk about it at the end of this next season. We are already getting ready. And if that team don't want to stick
So
around,
you
that's
would
fine.
wait. You would wait till next year, regardless.
Yes, because
You wouldn't do it right now.
say he does mature a little bit, but they still want to unload him. That offer is already negotiable, and now essentially the other team has been lowballing them or whatever, and they'll get more for it. They may get picks, they may not. It
What
just
if
depends on how much you're doing.
What if I'm picking 16th in next year's draft in the first round?
I
What
wouldn't
if
give it
I
up.
offered you that pick and my third round pick for Kyler Murray?
So that's an iffy.
It's a mid first round, and
there's still no guarantee you'll get
it'd
anything
be a mid
either.
third.
That's
But we're talking about Kyler Murray. Do you unload him right now?
I mean,
or
if you
do
absolutely need a quarterback, then I would bite that and give up those 2 picks.
But we're talking about you. You have Kyler Murray.
I'll get rid of him. I would get rid. I mean, for me, I would get rid of him now. But if I'm the Arizona Cardinals,
But
I'm holding on to him.
Oh, okay. So you're saying your personal. If you were the organization,
get rid of
you
him.
would hold him. But if it was you,
I'll get rid of him.
But if you're in the front office, you're gonna say hold on to him.
Yeah, because he's the only quarterback you got. That's even worth a damn.
Donnie,
I think this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I say you trade them for a pick for players this year and potentially a higher pick next season.
Right. What?
Because the Cardinals aren't going to get a good draft pick this season, right? So they're going to get one of the lower draft picks. So you either suffer through this year and potentially take an L.
Well, you're the GM, and somebody.
If I'm the GM, you sell them high this season. You get a good draft pick next season and decent players and the players that you weakened right now, and potentially get a veteran quarterback that's about to phase out off of free agency.
So I'm assuming then if you were gonna trade Kyler Murray right now, even as much as you want to, you're still going to have requirements, or you'll eat it and hold them off for next year. I get that. You're still going to require a first-round draft pick.
I would
for Kyler Murray.
First round. You could probably get second or third next year.
So you would entertaining an offer? You would entertain an
so
offer
if
for
I
Kyler Murray?
If I was
that
seriously looking at an offer, I would look at the Redskins. Try to pick up. I know I always say this, but Fitzpatrick has got another year or two in him, and he'll at least get your team enough love where everybody will be happy on a mediocre level. You'll get a veteran quarterback that's about to phase out, right? And somebody will pick up Fitzpatrick next year if he's willing to play again. You asking me what I would do?
I'm not talking about Pittsburgh. I'm talking about you. If you're the Arizona Cardinals GM,
you get at least a second-round pick next year.
A second, so you don't even require a first round.
You're not. That is the high. That is like the high point. That is like the maximum I think you can get. You're never going to get a first-round pick, really. Like in all honesty,
you were going to get one, you get it now.
Renee just said
third or fourth round pick from a team that's picking probably.
I think it depends on which team you're entertaining as well, and what they're offering. That's going to be a big thing. But like you said, I mean, I would entertain a first round draft pick, but Johnny's more realistic than what I was saying as far as draft picks. If you're going to get a first rounder for Kyler Murray, it's now.
That's it. That's all you get.
This is it for him right now. This next season, I think, honestly, is going to make or break it.
I'm not talking
either he's
about
going to go
what
to
you
shit.
would.
And I think you're going to lose out if you don't trade him now.
I'm not talking about what you would offer for Kyler Murray.
I'm telling you,
what I would offer for Kyler Murray.
Jesus Christ, you don't listen, do you?
Yeah, you don't, Britt. Like, come on, dog. We've been saying what we thought we was going to be the whole time.
Yeah, but you're asking the same thing, and you're like making it seem like we're not telling you is what you're doing.
I'm telling you.
I guess I'm not getting the answer I want. Okay, so
no, you're not. You're not liking what you're hearing. Is what you're doing.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not. So okay. So Kyler
He's
Murray,
not worth a first round draft pick. If you're, I mean, literally, if you get a first round draft pick, you're drafting like
offensive line, defensive
below 20.
I mean, you're looking for a line at that point.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I do.
Realistically, you're going to get a second-round draft pick on a team who's drafting below 10, if you're lucky. But realistically, you're probably getting a third or fourth-round draft pick. So you're probably looking at, 90? You're probably looking at like 72 through 84 for him as far as a pick is concerned. And you're getting some half-decent players on your defense.
So to, I guess, end with Arizona – if you have to roll with Kyler Murray this upcoming season,
they're not making it to the playoffs next year. I don't think if they roll playoffs,
you're not making replacing Kyler Murray
just based on like pure dynamics of the team.
Right?
What'd you say?
No, you're not making replacing Kyler Murray a priority this.
You do it during the offseason. If not, you're sticking with him.
If you got to roll with him, you're rolling with him.
Yeah, and hopefully he matures or like boosts up, and then you don't want to get rid of him.
What about James Conner? Like, are we looking at a better running back?
What do you mean? He's been a great running back.
We're fine.
I think if anything, it's going to be
900. He didn't have 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, he also was hurt a little bit, and then it took him a little bit to learn the scheme the first couple of weeks, and then he really did put it on. But I think that just is based.
Oh, I'm a Conner fan.
Who are they throwing to? Run. Guess what? The defense is going to know. Yeah, but
that's funny. That man's a glass cannon.
He's getting older, man. He's
not yelling us better.
Man. Look at these new up-and-coming quarterbacks. You got wide receivers, man. These cats are extremely good. They put in – not saying he didn't.
Right.
But, it's just – he's getting older. He's phasing out. How many hits can you –
So if you're the GM – of the Arizona Cardinals, what are you looking to do?
You're hoping Conner signs with you next year is what you're hoping.
You're hoping.
A lot of people say. I think it's not just
because
him.
If Conner leaves, like, what are they going to do? Edmonds is not Conner.
Okay, so let's say you resign everybody, right? What are you expecting out of Arizona for the draft? Like
defense.
You're looking at players. definitely on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, yeah.
I mean, just
Because
like anything else, you need
you
strong
can
corners. Strong corners.
right. Because I think you have a better shot to strengthen your offense with the free agency. But I think the defense will probably have to come from the draft.
Truthfully, I don't hold Carolina. I mean, the Cardinals and Arizona, whatever you want to say, in a high esteem next season, man. I really
Well, I
think
don't
it's
think
going
they
to be a
have
flop season for them.
but they're still going to be second best. They're
Honestly, at
in
this
that
point,
division?
I don't think so.
Seattle. They're
No,
way
I think
better than San Francisco.
no, not consistent on a consistent basis. I think it's going to be Rams, Niners,
And
two
that's what
top
I
two
think
ones in the
too,
NFC
man.
West. I just think
Well,
Arizona is going to fall off like
I
they
don't
did
even want to
last.
talk about the Cardinals anymore.
no,
They're going
Okay,
to flop
let's
out.
go.
We're going to move. We're
They're
going to move
flopping out.
on.
All
We're
right.
going to move on to another team that flopped out and wasn't as good as everything. The last wild card in the NFC, but another representation in the playoffs from the NFC West. So if you're going to look at the conference as a whole, it looks like a pretty strong conference, but because we're talking about 3 teams that made the playoffs.
Shit, I'd rather than trade Garoppolo for Murray.
We're not there yet.
We're really
We're not
going to
there
talk
yet.
about it. Like,
So, in just a few seconds,
He's going to get him riled up now.
I have
Wrestling his jimmies.
I have to pause for a second. If you two could real quick for a little bit, give me your take and what you thought about the San Francisco 49ers season. Going from the beginning, their little roller coaster. This is the NFL.
They're always a roller coaster.
Every team you can describe like that. But Renee, if they're your most hated rival, so
I don't know about that.
Most hated, like.
Well, you hate them
enough.
You hate them
enough.
I think Seattle
until this year.
But you two.
I mean, I don't like him at all. Anyway, I don't know.
Do the 49ers. Tell everybody what you thought about the season, and then when you're done talking about their beginning to exit the playoff, Donnie, you begin, and then
I'm pretty sure we know how to
I'll
take
be
turns.
right back. Yeah.
Hey, I can talk to you, not be interrupted. Hi. Oh, you heard me.
He's like, "Fuck you guys."
Honestly, I thought they were pretty decent. I think the big word for most of their season, including the playoffs, was lucky. They got very, very for teams not showing because they didn't show up either. That was a whole special teams fest for the Packer game, and they blew
yeah, you're right.
And then they blew the game against the Rams. No, they never should have.
I know.
But I mean, grateful because we obviously how the things went. But I think if we play Green Bay, we don't go through. But I don't have this shirt. Essentially,
yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers threw the playoffs away.
Dude, we all know he did. He
wanted
out. He wanted to go do it.
Points a game, and all of a sudden you get 10 points in
at home in Lambeau. Like, come on, man.
Come on.
I think Garoppolo needs to leave. I think San Francisco has a better shot at getting a better quarterback than Arizona does right now.
I mean, you're 100% right. I just feel like Deebo Samuel I don't think he's going to sign with them. He's got is next year the end of his
rookie? I think so. So if it's not next year, it's this year, I think.
That's what I thought. I thought he's been playing for 2 seasons, maybe 3.
I think he moves on. I think he can.
He's not going to stay there. They're not good enough to keep that guy.
No, I think he goes to someone like Green Bay, which is terrifying. Because if he's got Aaron Rodgers to throw to him, even though Aaron Rodgers did absolute shit this year, the man's lethal with the ball. So
Aaron Rodgers get what Aaron Rodgers wants, as far as I can see.
Yeah, if you throw a big enough tantrum, people will give you what you want. So
yeah. You just got to act cool and throw a tantrum, and then you get what you want. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I don't think the thing is they hype Garoppolo up so much, and I hate talking crap about him because I get it. There's only 32 people in the world that play first string quarterback, right?
Right.
So It's hard to
But
say
I mean,
you suck, but the whole team acts like Garoppolo is what pushed them forward. No, they had a great defense and Deebo Samuels.
but I mean, you saw it when
Debo
we played.
Samuel.
Whatever. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I apologize. If you're
Like,
watching this, Deebo Samuels,
If you're
DBO.
watching this,
I apologize
DBO.
100%, dude. I do. You're a great player.
All right,
I
hey,
think.
real quick.
Oh, see, look there. It's
No,
already
sorry,
starting.
I didn't mean to do this. I just want to. We have another person who pops in a lot and says hi to us, Mr.
I don't know who's
Napoon.
next to me. I'm at the bottom on my screen, Napoon. So
Oh no, it was Donnie.
Oh.
This was why I was
Oh.
gone.
My name is Donald Shoemaker, but you can call me Don. Appreciate you.
Big
You're
up
always
to my
posting good stuff on our side,
YouTube
so I do
couple.
appreciate it.
Oh baby,
Oh.
we're Napoon's favorite YouTube couple.
Oh man, too bad I'm better
yeah.
than you. I'm sorry. What?
All right.
I love you.
Napoon said hi to Maisie, who is the owner of the first comment on the page.
Where'd Pops go?
Pops is probably just watching. And then Napoon with a guy named Donnie Shoemaker. That's right. So San Francisco, I would have to assume some of the. Oh wait, okay.
It's
before we
Atletico
go,
Madrid.
You please no, that is the worst club you could have said right now, dude.
I'm sorry, that is. I'm sorry, dude.
It's not your favorite. You just played with them on FIFA one time, and
but honestly, I can say I don't know enough about European football to really give my correct input.
Okay,
but I
if
do.
You calm down, Britt.
Like
it's not that big of a deal.
Well, he doesn't know about because United just played Madrid, man.
Don't care. It's definitely not United.
He's talking about the EPL. Oh, well, that's rude.
You have a Chelsea shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I love the
Irish. It ain't football.
Oh man. Okay. So, how do we feel about Kyle Shanahan?
He's overrated. He's good, but he ain't as good as what they're saying. And much like how they do with Garoppolo, overhype him. They win. It's like he's he's God. Like he's just the greatest thing. And I'm like, you won by 3 points.
About Kyle because of who his dad was.
I like Mike Shanahan, man. Absolutely.
I'm just saying, so are
thing is, his dad was a better coach. Sorry.
Oh, I don't think you had to be sorry for saying, "Hey, I think
hey, Kyle Shanahan, if you happen to be watching this, you suck."
I think Mike Shanahan's better than Kyle.
This page has been closed, dude. Do conflict of error.
They went 11-6. Very, very good record. Every stat category that you look at, they were better than their opponent.
He just 6 games straight. I don't know.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah, I know.
No, hold on. That comment.
Okay, I wasn't the only one that was like, "Do I say something or do I wait?"
It's like crickets. It's like Mulan playing in the background with
No.
Let's get down to business.
Oh, Jim, I'm gonna watch Milan tonight, man.
The Hans.
I was gonna watch our brother wear out though. Now I'm gonna watch Milan. Thank you, Donnie.
You're good. You're good.
So we like Kyle. Kyle's going nowhere.
I'm a dapper damn man myself, so.
Yes.
Come on, San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan. He's from the same coaching tree with Sean McVay.
And Matt LaFleur. You keep forgetting Matt LaFleur's name. I don't know how.
We're not talking about.
I just think that, honestly, the 49ers need to get rid of their quarterback, and then they can move forward. If not, you sell them right now, and you get the same. It's like and I hate saying this because I do think Stafford's better than Goff, but it's going to be one of those kind of trades.
Yeah.
or it's a
I
one for
mean,
one
it's
kind of
What?
deal.
No,
but
for Garoppolo?
wait,
You
who
ain't
for
Dude,
what?
you ain't
How
getting
did Detroit literally say it's cool that we're gonna give Stafford away for golf? Like,
Because Goff's
no,
younger and
that's
they
not what
expect
it
something
that's
longer for it.
not what it was.
Why you
it
gotta
It was
bring him up
more
was,
than
for?
golf. It was
it
more than
was,
golf.
it was more than golf.
Babe, tell
Trade
him
picks.
No,
about
Picks.
I
We
thought they
want
had to
FTBS.
get.
picks.
I thought they had to
No,
get.
no.
No, I thought the
They
Rams
gave up
gave up
a
a lot.
lot.
The Rams
Yeah.
gave
We
up a
gave up,
lot,
yeah,
which we were going to
picks.
Not
talk
just
about later.
We
just
don't
not
have any
golf.
for. No, it was Goff and like a couple
2
first
first
rounders.
No,
rounders.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, you gave up
that's a
so
lot.
much to win the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about that when we talk about
And
the
they
Rams. That's why I
did.
didn't want to talk about that.
Okay.
I said to go last too because we're the
Right.
greatest team in the NFC West. So I don't know.
Oh, right.
I
There you
mean, for
are.
right now.
Okay.
Anything
No, I'm just playing.
so
For years to come, I really do think that would
Yeah,
be
that's
the
what I
best
thought.
in the
Okay, thank you.
West. I really,
Please
Debo
really will.
just
Really will.
just
As
pat
much
my ego
shade
a
as I
little
want
bit.
to throw you, it's the truth is y'all will rule that division for
Debo's
quite
a
a bit.
gem. Debo's
We
a
were
gem.
well.
Do you think you run with Mitchell, or do you think we're looking for somebody else
I'm
to
looking
run the
for sobriety
football?
right now.
Mitchell's pretty good, man. But the thing is like, how long does Debo stay? Mitchell's is on a contract that's going to last
Debo's
him
in a
another 2
rookie
years after
contract.
that.
Debo's
So
in a
like, you really
rookie
got to play
contract.
these. You got to pay these players to stay.
Later.
Not
you
really.
San
Debo's like, this
Francisco
is the
No,
last year of his contract. If anything, this is the last year. He's been
I
playing
think
for at
it's
least
either
2
this year or
years.
next year. Yeah,
So if
I don't
anything,
think
this
he
is the end
stays.
of his rookie contract.
I don't think he stays either. I think he goes
I
somewhere else.
wouldn't. Why? Why would you
I
say?
wouldn't either. I wouldn't say. I honestly, Garoppolo's crap.
Dude, if
Sorry.
you look around the national reporting of San Francisco, this seems like a all right place to be,
They're
man.
not even the best team in the state. Why are you sticking around?
Whoops. Sorry to
No,
ruin that for you guys.
dude. Okay, so you thought the 49ers season was probably better than they could have expected. They're lucky they got to where they got to, and the only reason they got as far as they went was because
Luck.
even
It was
Jesus
luck.
failed.
No, honestly,
I
like
just
I
think
mean,
that
we
they
went
not
by
lucked
for a
out,
minute,
but
but no, they asked out. Essentially, is what they did, and that luck ran out when they came across, like with the Rams. Like you seen them just kind of like they thought they like you seen it like they had this game won, which they did, but they played like it and invited the Rams back in. But my thing is like you can't play I wouldn't play for a team like that. I mean, your quarterback should have took the sack at the.
Yeah, my thing is, I think. No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You do it a
wow,
lot.
Brett, just doing it all the time.
Sorry.
Literally, you do it all the time.
Yeah, you
And
do.
it's not just to me; it's to him too.
Continue. My apologies.
Fuck you! You fucked me up. Now I don't even know what the fuck I was
Sorry.
saying. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying.
Because I do think San Francisco, if they want to do better and they want to progress, they need another quarterback. Because I think everybody said going into that Ram game was make Jimmy make a throw. If the Rams can make Jimmy try to win the game, the Rams will take advantage of that situation and they will win. And that's exactly how that game transpired.
Hold
The
on.
Niners had the game, the Rams took it over, and then made Jimmy have to make a play, and Jimmy throws a pick, and it's all
They didn't even
over.
really. They had time. All they had to do was drive down and kick a field goal. And I mean, the thing is, but look at I called it like as soon as we found out we were playing the Niners. I said he's gonna make a throw. It's gonna cost him a throw he didn't even have to make. He could have taken the sack and worked back up into where they could get in the field goal range. They would have had the game.
So
It
now we're
wasn't
on
even
two
urgent. There
teams
was a
that need
minute and
a
a half. You
quarterback.
don't have to rush a minute and a half. It's easy. What get 5 yards? Get 5 yards. Get 5 yards. That's a third and short. Boom. Get another
Yeah.
5 yards. You got a first down. Right? put yourself where you need to be. But the thing is, Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't think like that. Jimmy Garoppolo tried to win that game in one pass,
And he lost it.
and he lost because I mean, to be fair, Aaron Donald was on your ass, and you turn around to run away, and there is Von Miller right in front of you. You aren't going anywhere tonight. So but the throw he made wasn't completely terrible. It was high, but he throws it in that receiver. Yeah, that's probably not gonna do much. Maybe very to little to no gain.
Well, he got
But
tackled by Ramsey, who picked it off. If that throw was right to him, Ramsey would have made that tackle.
either way,
Right
but
as he caught the
making
ball.
the calls, like the judgment.
It's
He
just a
doesn't
bad
make
throw.
no. No, he does it a lot though. He makes throws without even
Exactly.
thinking about it, and
So
it's like,
we've only
well,
talked
there you
about
go.
we've only talked about 2 teams out of 32.
Seattle sucks.
And
Let's
they're
move
big,
on.
and the big thing.
Dude, Seattle has the biggest
hold on. We're not there
salary
yet.
cap
We're
that
not
they
there
can
yet.
push
We're
towards.
not,
So
we're
I do
not
think
there yet. We're not there yet.
if I'm Seattle,
You're
we're
getting
done
Let's
talking
go.
about the
Go ahead,
49ers.
Johnny.
So right now,
We're moving on. We're moving
Let's
on, dog.
Actually,
We're moving
49ers
on.
replaced the quarterback too.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, yeah, if we're Seattle, we're gonna
Seattle
sell.
did-
Shut up, Britt. Stop it. Let him talk.
Seattle needs everything. Seattle needs everything you
Seattle
can think
needs
of.
Jesus.
What I'm saying. I'm saying I think Pete Carroll has to go.
He's not going.
I think Russell Wilson has.
If
got to
anything,
go.
he's going. And
Yeah,
that's
but
just
with
because
Pete
like
Carroll
he's gotten to a point in his career. Is like, I can't
this
do
is a
anymore in this
whole
I can't do anymore in this scheme. I need to move.
But
so
that
potentially
is
I could win again.
Pete Carroll's done then.
No, he's not.
From what you just said,
He
Pete
should
Carroll
be, but
is
he's
done.
not.
Pete
He's
Carroll's
not.
trash.
He will be the head coach of Seattle next year. Russell
I
Wilson,
can see it.
maybe if they're smart, and because he does have a couple more years in him, and he's really, he hasn't balled out like since Tom Brady
Right.
screwed
Well,
him.
then here's
Or
the
was
same
it Tom Brady?
question.
Yeah, it was Tom Brady that screwed him in that Super Bowl. And he never got over it.
What
But
do
he really
you
hasn't
require?
played a bad season.
What do you require for Russell
First
Wilson?
losing season this year.
I would say,
What does the team have to give you if they want Russell Wilson?
Jesus.
And then you tell me what
yeah,
team
Jesus
has
came on the
that.
football field, dude, right? He's
Well,
like,
okay, Jesus. Right.
Every time
I'm
he touched the ball, like nobody could even see the light would just be like,
This ain't college football, so there's
sorry if
no
that was
Notre
blasphemy,
Dame.
Jesus, I apologize, bro. I really do.
Oh, I'm not Catholic. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not either. I'm not denominational, but still.
There's no Notre Dame, so
What I
don't know
think
if
is
there's
that they
Jesus at a
need.
football team.
I honestly think they need a front line. They need more defensive players. They need tight corners.
I was going to say
they need a running
secondary.
back. Like, what don't they need is really the real question.
They need everything. They literally need everything.
So if I was them,
but
you
they're
said
not
Russell
gonna.
Wilson high as you can.
That's a
and
second
get-
round.
Seattle's rubbish, and they won more games than
You know what
half
you
the
do?
league.
You sell
Half
sell
this
Russell
league is
Wilson to the
rubbish,
Browns
and
and
we
get
won the
Why are
fucking
you?
league.
Why is he yelling? Somebody,
because he
Don
feels
made me
like he
turn
can't
my
be heard
mic
unless he
up.
yells.
you're like screaming.
You sell
Well, Don made me turn
Wilson
my mic up.
to the Browns and you get Kareem Hunt. Yeah.
Oh,
Shut up,
think
dude.
that
You're talking
that
crazy.
is ooh.
That's what you
You're
do.
not getting that.
Baker
back.
Mayfield isn't your
No.
answer, man. He showed that this year.
Baker
But nobody's
Mayfield's
taking
terrible.
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield
Exactly.
career is
hell no.
You
ended.
could probably get a 2-for-1 deal if you really wanted to and play out
But if
this
Baker
next season.
Mayfield is included in that deal,
You can't do worse than a losing season. So it's like
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean,
the only way to go is
like,
up if you lost.
Here's $80 million and Baker Mayfield, and I go,
all right, Drunky, come on.
You're not getting $80
Never
million
mind.
for
Dude,
Russell Wilson.
It was just a crazy
$80 million.
example. It was just a part of the inclusion of Baker Mayfield.
Okay, let's be real.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, what?
So Seattle,
They're a whole rebuild for the
mess.
next 5
A
years,
mess.
if not
Easy.
more.
Yeah, I would
They
say
did-
probably
right.
10. I would.
They did Big 12
as-
in it. They've been sucking on the Big 12's D for like at least 5 years plus.
You noticed
So,
that
like-
too.
So
It's like
like,
it's time to branch out there, buddy.
time to get over it, man. Sorry, that dude doesn't love you anymore. You need to go on the next one. Like shit, man. Like
So
come
we
on.
think Russell Wilson is
It's
playing
like when
for somebody else next
what's
year?
that dude's name? The dude who was the corner
Which
for the
one?
Big 12.
For the Big 12?
With
Okay, well,
when
That's
they won the
cool.
Super Bowl. When they won the Super Bowl.
Wait. Oh, no, you mean the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
The 12th man.
12th man,
The
yeah.
Big 12 is a college football conference.
I'm so
Sorry.
confused.
You
I
know
was
what I
like,
meant.
the
I'm
Big
sorry.
12?
I
I'm like,
You
apologize.
know
that's cool.
her. She's
I even
Um,
asked you what school.
What's the
and
dude's
then-
name? What's the dude's name?
I don't know.
Cam Chancellor.
No, the corner.
Oh, the floppy gum guy.
His
Richard
name starts with an
Sherman.
R.
Yeah, Richard Sherman, the one who can't
Yeah,
cover.
it's like
and
that dude commenting on
He
how
can't
Stafford
cover.
is like not an
He
elite
he can't do
quarterback.
man coverage, man. He like
Yeah,
he did
He-
so. Everybody carried him, and all
That's
he
what
did
I'm
was do
saying.
very good zone coverage.
the
And as
whole
soon as you went man to
organization has
man,
been holding on to something that happened like 8 years ago.
Oh no, Richard
The
Sherman.
turn into the
really
Cowboys.
good
Like,
zone
come on now.
coverage.
Like, let's reel it back in. I'm sorry. I get it. You
that's
were
why I'm
great.
glad my team
one time.
isn't that like this.
One
I'm
time.
so glad.
Oh, in disarray. We're not even fans of Seattle, and all of us are going ape shit right now, talking about
I think you
fixing
are.
all this shit.
No, they just need to buckle down and realize that they're not the team they were from 8 years ago
Pete
when they
Carroll's
won one
trash.
Super Bowl.
Pete Carroll's
And so you need to sell the players you have now because obviously they're not doing anything. The most beneficial player you can sell is Russell Wilson.
right, but
realistically,
at
he's
at
good.
GM, there's a minimum you have to accept for him.
Is
Because you
there?
have
I
to
mean, yes, there
require-
is, but at the same time, like,
Is it worth it? Is it going to be too high for what he's worth?
what is he
You
going to
won't be
do?
able-
Is he
and
going to
you'll be stuck
build?
with him?
He's
Yeah.
not going to build your team back to greatness.
Nope.
Nope.
But
So,
you have to be stubborn.
You get what
dude,
you get
and if
from
you
this
don't
season
know-
and move forward. So I
no,
think he
you
wants to
don't
move
get what
forward
you
too.
get.
What is
No,
he
you
doing
don't
there?
Get what you get.
He hasn't had a winning season in almost a decade there.
I can't get
time to
rid
move
of,
on.
I can't get rid of Russell Wilson unless somebody gives me a first round draft pick.
Fuck no, he's not. Sorry for using my language, but he is not worth a first round draft pick.
I'm
He's
not
not.
saying he is, but
Unless you're pick 32.
You can't give him up though. You can't give him up if there's not a first round draft pick included. That's like what I'm saying. I know he's not immovable, but you can't just move him, right? Okay, so that's it for Seattle.
Was it
So-
a time ago?
Don might have lost some Wi-Fi coverage.
Oh,
But anyway, I think that's all for Seattle. But here we go.
So I was clicking too fast on my mouse. I
you
accidentally exited out.
I was like,
No,
where'd he go? I looked
no.
up and went, where'd he go?
No,
I have plugged in my computer today.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah. And if
I'm
we're
proud
talking
of
about
you.
Premier Leagues, dude, honestly, I don't know enough about European football. I can't give you the good answer that you want. But I
he'll
can tell you when I play
United.
FIFA. So see, you even
FIFA.
know. Look how I said, everyone down from Texas. It's I play Everton. I wanted to say Arsenal, but that's just like a give me like Arsenal, blah blah blah.
Arsenat. You're saying Arsenat wrong.
Sorry, but Everton is the team I play when I play FIFA. If I'm playing the
Jesus
Premier League,
Christ.
whatever,
No,
dude.
but
You
wait,
can't
no,
always
dude.
go for the best. Sorry,
Oh, we ain't the best. Trust me.
We're way
but
higher.
the
than
truth is, I don't want to insult your European
No.
Football League man because I don't know. And honestly, I know most of my information from this dude up here, right here, Brit Smeal, dude. Honestly, that's who really got me into that sport. And even honestly, I watch mostly just what's on Fox, and that's mostly like national leagues.
Fox might be worse than ESPN.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't.
Well,
ever
that's
talk
that's
about
pretty.
it
That's
because
pretty. I think they're
honestly, I
tied
don't
right
know
now.
Well,
much
as far
about
as
it.
football coverage goes.
I will tell you though, it takes
I don't
a
know.
lot
I
of
fight with the
athleticism
TV
to play
because
that
you're not
sport.
here.
It
So
really does.
And
Really
I'm
does.
mad about that.
that shit
So
pisses me off.
Seattle, we That's
Oh,
it
sorry.
for Seattle, right? Like,
At least for like
No.
10 years. So
Yeah,
hit me
like-
back up in 10 years when we turn 50.
okay. So
Okay. Can we not?
now let's go.
Okay, it's gonna be like low 40s if we're really being honest. Like,
Thank you.
Britt's like, "Fuck you guys, I'll be 50."
I don't know. He's been interrupting
No,
us
yeah.
all night. He can wait.
And here we
Onset,
go.
Alzheimer's. That's nothing to joke around about, Britt. Why are you laughing about it?
Kids are talking about you.
And can I ask you guys about this team? Right.
Yes, man, that's a garbage team, man. Well, they never won shit. So I was even looking at them.
Oh man. You're
Stop talking about the Bills like that. That's not nice.
you're
Sorry.
Super Bowl.
I just saw the
champion.
blue and I was like, Bills.
The LA Rams.
Oh man.
I think they.
Real
I mean,
Columbia.
I will say it again.
Oh,
Congratulations,
buddy.
they
Come
won
on,
a Super
man.
Bowl.
Thank you.
I think
Thank
they gave
you.
up too much, though.
We'll see. That I think this next
They
season
won the
will
Super Bowl. What
Yeah,
do
it
you mean
doesn't
they
matter.
Gave up too much.
Aaron Donald thinks he deserves the highest paid defensive end
Bro.
out of everybody. What is that, like 100 million plus? They're not going to be able to sustain their cap with a guy like that.
They will.
No,
they're
they
going to
won't.
restructure. Hold on.
It's
Both of you.
2.8. What was it? 2.8 million or 208.8 million was the caps, right?
We're right there,
For
but we
this-
need
for
a lot of
this-
restructuring.
For this
There's
next
gonna-
season.
Yeah,
Well-
That's half
denied
of their
they
cap salary is what he wants to get paid.
We'll see
Or he's
how
gonna
that
retire.
works.
The money.
No, that's I mean,
Incentives?
It is though. He
They
wants
can
to get paid
spread it
100
out.
plus million. The cap is 208 million point eight or $208.8 million is the cap.
Dude, I guarantee you that number.
Look at Renee, just shut up. She's like, I just don't even want to.
well, no, you guys keep
fathom.
interrupting me, so I'm just. You guys can talk about my team. It's
Renee,
cool.
tell him.
Tell them what?
She gets mad when we talk about the Rams.
No, I'm
Whatever,
tired of
dude.
getting interrupted.
Okay, go for it.
From what
No,
I've
no,
seen,
no, no.
what I've read, I'm gonna. I swear to God.
I'm sorry. That was real kiddish. I
I
apologize.
was like, I can just leave and y'all can talk.
No, you're the best person on this on this
Not even.
podcast. Come on now.
Nah. Anyways, I mean, I know there's gonna be a lot of restructuring from what I've understood. I know they're gonna have to do something with OBJ. I don't see OBJ leaving. I think they restructure also with Aaron Donald, Stafford, Cup. They're all gonna be restructured. They'll figure something out that'll make it work. I think we will see what next year will bring, considering what we did give up. But just because you get a number 1 draft pick, number 2 draft pick, whatever, doesn't mean you're going to be good. I'm sorry. I think the NFC West is, one of the strongest conferences in the NFL, and I think the Rams are going to be right in there, back in the playoffs. I think, I'm not saying we win it all. I would love to win another Super Bowl, but I think we have a lot of depth as well. That's what's also helping us. Look what we did, 2 weeks ago. Or a week ago, just down to a third string tight end, a fourth string receiver, and making it work. I think that's what's going to come down to who wants to stay, who goes. I think, obviously we're going to lose some people at some point, but I don't see it as anybody important. I think Aaron Donald, Von Miller are going to stay. OBJ will stay.
Do you stick with OBJ or do you? Because everybody forgets Robert Woods.
No, he's going to come back.
Yeah,
yes, but that's the thing too. You're going to have all 3 of them on the field at some point in time.
But are you? You're going to be able to afford all of these people?
As I said, there's going to be a lot of restructuring.
Because Donald said he's going to retire unless he gets paid what he wants to get paid.
We'll see what happens. Like I said, nobody's bigger than the club.
Based on what we hear from right now, I honestly, if you could keep everybody that you kept this or have had this past season, you definitely have a chance to do a back-to-back, right?
It's going to be tougher this year. I mean, we do have an aging team in some aspects. I
But
think,
Von Miller, I think you can keep for super cheap, right? Like
yeah,
cheaper
I
than.
think OBJ's not that much. Honestly, we
Oh,
got
he
him on a
won't
pretty
be.
good
Yeah.
deal. We got him on a really good deal. So I don't think OBJ's too much of a concern. I think where they'll be looking at is like Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald,
That dude's
other
going to
big.
get paid $100 million plus. He has to.
But the
No,
thing is if
he's
we
at the end
win,
of he's at the end of his career, man. He ain't moving
No,
nowhere.
Cooper Cup
Oh,
is going to get paid
oh,
$100 million
hold on.
plus, Doug. He's probably going to be the highest paid player in the NFL.
That's the thing. Cooper Cup ain't leaving either, too.
no
And
one said he was.
You
right.
guys suck it up and realize: do you want to win another Super Bowl, or do you want money? What does it come down to? Because honestly, if you win another Super Bowl, you'll make that money back up in sponsorship.
Oh yeah,
All that
that's
stuff.
nothing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think but I think that's what a lot of these guys, on the
Look at
Rams have
Cooper
been.
Manning, who does commercials.
Can you shut up? I'm just playing, Brett. I'm just playing, Brett. I'm sorry. That was a bit aggressive. I forget how boisterous my voice is sometimes, so I gotta reel it back in sometimes. I apologize. I was just giving you a hard time because Renee's always yelling at us to shut up. But when I do, it's
yell.
No, I was just going on your whole thing about making money without doing anything. Like Cooper Manning, he can be in commercials with Eli and Peyton.
Thank you, Brett, for letting me
and
be
make
on this
money that way.
podcast. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be here.
Man,
I know who's in charge. It's Brett.
that's not even what this. What?
No, I had to say that so everybody knew.
So we ran down the.
No, what are you talking about? We talked about all these shitty teams for 5 seconds. For more than 5 seconds, 30 minutes apiece. We're done with the Rams already?
No. Oh, I thought you were done talking about the Rams. Keep on going, Don.
No, we were letting Renee talk. That's why I yelled at you.
That's why I haven't said anything because I'm laughing at you because it just fucked everything up because I stopped talking, you stopped talking, and then
it just looked like a total
that
jackass yelling at you
that made me think.
But really, if everybody knew it was just that's what we were doing. But no, just like she said, man, I think it needs a restructure, and unfortunately, I hate saying it, but Tom Brady always took pay cuts and he won Super Bowls. You got to take pay cuts to win Super Bowls. There's a cap. So you got to really say, this is my team. I'm willing to take these cuts. And once I win these rings, I will get this money. You think Tom Brady is worried about money right now?
So you're right now immediately bumming out the Rams being top.
No, I'm being real. And every podcast that talks just specifically about the Rams has talked about how they need to restructure their cap.
Oh,
no. They're going to do it because
they do have to restructure.
The way that it's being said right now, these players are saying we want to get paid out or we're leaving. So it's do you want to get paid out and be on a losing team, or do you want to take a slight pay cut and win again? What does it come down to?
Or is it on the franchise to sign all these players to what they want, run it back, and then not have the money to sign your draft picks?
What do you douchebag franchise tag Aaron Donald and then pay Cooper Cup because Aaron Donald's maybe on his way out? You pay Von Miller cheaply.
No. Aaron Donald issue is not a contract issue. It's a retirement issue.
No, he's saying I'm going to get paid X or I'm going to retire, which is half of the salary cap.
Right. You can't franchise tag Aaron Donald.
Whatever, dude. If you offer the dude fucking $50 million to play one season, the dude's going to play another season. I don't care how tough he wants to act. $50 million.
You franchise tag Odell Beckham.
No, you don't. If anything, you get rid of Odell Beckham or get rid of Robert Woods is coming back.
Yeah,
but you can have Odell Beckham and Robert Woods.
No, they need a stronger running game. They don't know how to run the ball correctly. The whole team is based off throwing the ball. They
Right.
need a
So
stronger running
you're not
game.
going to tag.
So what? You get
You're
rid of
not going
Cam
to
Akers and run
tag.
with Sony Michelle?
No.
No. I mean, I
You're
don't
not
think
getting
either
rid
one
of
of those
either.
running
Keep
backs is
both
really
of
going to
them.
propel your team into
I
any
don't.
further than the next couple seasons.
Well, I mean
Maybe
that you know what, if
the
that's
draft might be an issue. Might be
the
maybe they
draft's going to
draft
be
a
an
running
issue,
back.
but the thing is, we don't have a pick for the foreseeable future. But
Oh,
you
it's
know
3
what?
years, right?
would.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 years that we don't have a pick. Also, with that being said, if we have to ride on Akers and Sony Michelle, then so be it. We rode on the
Yeah.
back of Steven Jackson. We rode on the back of Marshall Falk. But the thing is, one running back, not two, one.
Steven
I
Jackson was
think
pretty decent.
he got
Yeah, but
the
did you
brunt
win
of
a
it,
Super
but
Bowl with them?
we had no team. We have a team this time. Let me get to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like holding on to him for the next 2 to 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. You could
Selling him off. I would
sell
say
Cam Akers, right?
I would get rid of Sony Michelle before I get
Oh
rid
yeah.
of Cam Akers though.
Have y'all been putting your quarters in the swear jar?
I'm broke.
Oh yeah. I'm about to take you guys on a cruise with all that money.
Dude, I was like the amount of quarters that should be in that jar.
I'm sorry. I do apologize for
I think that's my mom hacking my dad's account.
That's not hacking. That's using.
Yeah. Okay. They're like, we've been married longer than you've been alive, so shut up, boy.
Right?
I think they gave up too much to move forward.
But like I said, I mean,
lost.
you're not completely wrong. I'm not gonna say you're like incorrect or anything. You know, like, but this next season is gonna start to prove if what you said is true. Now we may fall off. Everybody always does.
Yeah.
After the Super Bowl, but I think
how the league is drawn out.
I know it's just you see the Super Bowl winner kind of struggle sometimes at the beginning of the season, but whether or not they make that up, I think also that whatever we're doing, whoever we keep shows up. You know, that doesn't have. We have to show some form of consistency. If we can keep up what we did this entire season, I thought we were damn good. Even you know, like the losses, how we responded. We had the 3 back-to-back, but responding. Okay, we did this. We barely won last week. Hey, make the improvement. Are we going to do that? Are we going to sit here and have one of the strongest defenses in the NFL again? Are we going to build the running game? Like you said, we have pretty much no running game, which is very rare for a Rams offense. Even when we were shit, we could run the ball.
For real, you guys always could run the ball.
Always run the ball.
Yeah, and that's very. But I mean, our defense is very much.
They're stout. They're probably the best defense in the
running. We have one of the best running defenses.
They're not, but they really are.
We are probably one of the most consistent defenses.
Then you got Ramsey, you got Donald, you got Miller. Like, come on, man! Like, this shit's stacked.
Y'all want to do
another quarter in the jar, but like, okay. So, what players do you give up in order to be successful like you were this year? In order to move forward next year,
I don't think they have to do that. They have
to.
We have to do something.
It's not ifs, ands, or buts.
It's a matter of when we do this.
This is a great segue into the next thing I want to do. But
I think a lot of it is the offensive line. That's part of the reason why we can't run. And it's not every part of their spots you see where the line struggles.
If you don't have the line, you can't throw the ball to those guys.
Yeah, I know. But that's not the receiver's fault. We don't have a running game. It's the line.
It could be the receiver's fault because they can't run good routes.
Our receivers,
but not for
you. The dudes can run routes on the Rams. Let's not play games.
It could.
The receivers are not the problem on the offense.
I was like, wow. It's like, don't be disrespecting my team. I will go downstairs and.
Come on.
But this is where I want to get into our next quick segment.
I think. I said the offensive line's got to fix. I think.
So what, you give up Cam Akers and try to get some players for the offensive line?
You don't get no.
You do it in the draft.
You're not going to get as much for Sony Michelle as you can Cam Akers.
Yeah, but we need Cam Akers. Why am I going to get? I don't really want to, but I think
he got hurt early. He made it to the playoffs, and he did something the first couple playoff games, but he really kind of struggled during the Super Bowl.
So did the Cam Akers. Yeah. Both of them did.
Cam Akers,
Henderson is the one that showed up, though.
let's go to
probably the
you're
this.
most
back up to the
successful of the-
backup.
Yeah, the third string doing some stuff though. So
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. So it's like,
why
do you
not if we-
need your first string running back? Do you sell him high to a team that's struggling at running back position?
Nope.
Let's go.
I say you get rid of Sonny Michelle and get what you can for him.
I would
If you
give up
have
then
to,
both
figure
if
guys.
you
something
have
out.
to
Go
give up a
Henderson.
running back.
Nope, I want
No,
Henderson
you
as a
can't
backup.
just give up both guys.
Because we have one running back. We have one.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? So why
Because
not
you
get rid of?
basically won on one shitty running back. Not that they're shitty, but basically comparatively to the wide receivers, yeah.
God damn! All right.
All right, well, okay. Let's
I mean,
do
right?
this.
You won
Let's do this
with your
real
third
quick.
string running. How many teams go out there and win with their third string running back?
I don't know.
It's because you have. I
Not
know
Bills.
Bert hates me calling this, but you have
Whoa.
wide receiver ones as far as their playmaking ability all throughout your team. You know what I'm saying? Like these
I
guys,
get it.
all your wide receivers need to be double teamed. Bottom line, and they don't have enough
Yeah.
players to spread it like that.
Yeah.
So,
But
you can
some
get through with a
guys
mediocre
can't
team.
run.
Why are you yelling?
No, I'm yelling. I'm yelling
You are
because
you.
there are wide receivers ones that cannot run wide receiver 3 route.
Yeah, we're not talking about a team that can't. We're talking about a team that can.
Yeah.
Well,
They're backwards.
okay.
We
Well,
can talk about what ifs to what mays,
I-
but we're talking about a what is.
so you want to run it down? Hey,
I truly believe
Red
Cooper
team
Kupp could run
sucks.
any route that coach could think up in
Are
his
you
mind to
kidding me?
run.
Well,
And
we can.
ODB is
Some
good
tells
enough where
me-
he can pick up the slack, and Robert Woods is almost comparatively just as good, but he's a little bit older than ODB. But I think he has a lot more as far as the mental capacity than ODB does, because he was doing just fine until he got hurt.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh wait,
You give up your running backs, get a mediocre one, or give up one of your wide receivers.
Marriage longevity.
Yeah, because
All right, let's do it. Let's
Do
rank right now. Ranks. What
Well.
coach do you want?
McVay. That's what
Yeah,
it'd be,
come on,
McVay.
say it.
McVay?
Is this even a decision? No, I want Hardball.
No. NFC
I know. I thought we were talking about bullshit that didn't matter.
NFC West.
No,
What
obviously.
coach do we
That's
want?
it. It's McVay, man.
I just
McVay
think
all the
that-
way.
McVay, right?
It just sucks that he's losing so many of his backup guys, his key guys, man.
Oh, so, yeah, we already got an
No,
offensive
that's a homage to him. That means Sean McVay is starting his own coaching tree.
No, that's cool. It's
That's
F for
awesome
him,
for him.
his
But in the
namesake.
long
But what
run,
is that
that's
going to
always a
do
what
for the
if.
Rams organization? Because you
Later
can teach, you
episode,
can only teach so much. Some stuff comes down to just your own
and you will
personal
find
skill.
that out when we preview 2022 Los Angeles Rams coaching staff.
You're right. We won't know until next year.
Right.
But obviously, I want the guy who just won the Super Bowl to
want
coach my
Sean-
team.
we
Like,
want-
I don't know.
We want Sean McVay. No, even we watched all these games.
Nah.
And Sean McVay is really impressive as a head coach. No.
No, he is definitely. That's why he's the entrance to our show.
Intro, yeah. It's like
What quarterback do you want?
Matty. And I'm not saying that just because he's a Ram. I think just because he's a veteran, he knows what he's doing. He's very calm. He's smart with the ball, or at least most of the time. I think he's got.
I think he's better. I think he has more experience.
It should be Kyler Murray. But
it's either him or Kyler Murray.
But
I
Kyler
like
Murray's not the right answer.
Well,
the dude was
that's me
literally my
saying
quarterback on my fantasy team for the first 5 years of my fantasy life. So
and he was fine, and he was so good. And now it's
yeah, I trust him. Except if I'm falling off a stage, I'd pick Murray over Stafford.
Oh, that's fucked up.
No,
I think in Matty's defense,
the through the table, the through the table quarterback from this conference would be Matty.
That was a bad look for him all the way around, man. Come on.
Running backs.
He's drinking 1942. You're pretty clear-headed, All I'm saying. That's top quality tequila right there. And then you just go, whatever. Then you come out like a week later and say you're paying for everything. Come on, dog.
It's Connor the running back.
Well, does Deebo Samuels technically count as a running back?
No, Deebo Samuels.
He ran a lot of running back.
Deebo Samuels.
He ran a lot of running back plays.
Because he's the only good player they have.
I think he could be like on the Yahoo draft pick. I think he could be like one of the dudes who has a slash. Play two positions.
Deebo's a wide receiver. You're getting all those points any freaking way, but it's just where you have them slotted in. It's the wide receiver.
Oh, that sounded terrible.
Yeah, then probably Connor if I had to.
And Connor's the running back. Deebo Samuel's the wide receiver.
Technically, I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one with you.
What defense?
I mean, it's either the Rams or the 49ers.
But I'd say Rams because I think those schemes, man.
Well, I just think that they're getting older.
Not so much defense, honestly.
We're just talking about what you watched.
No, if I watched it, I would want the Rams defense. But I mean, it's just like you don't know, really.
You do know because you watched them play all this.
Just because you win doesn't mean you're the best.
No, we're talking about
the Giants won over Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eli Manning's trash.
No, right. I'm just talking about
trash. We can all agree. Like, there's no way he should have beaten Tom Brady twice. Not once, but twice.
No, nobody put that.
I mean, if we're putting in that perspective, Nick Foles also beat Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying. A bunch of mediocre quarterbacks. You know he goes in his dark room and cries over that shit.
No, hell yeah, he got beat by Dick.
I could have had 10 rings, but I lost to a trash quarterback.
You lost to a backup quarterback. He can never live that down.
Yeah, I'd rather lose to Eli Manning than Nick Foles because at least Eli Manning.
But he did that too. He did that twice.
That's what I'm saying.
There are 4 rings that Tom Brady
the Manning family is like entrenched in football. Like they're not a family that you go, oh, okay, I lost to him. Like nobody's beating you up over it. But you lose to Nick Foles, who didn't even last as like a starting quarterback for like 5 weeks the next season.
I was like, how do you venture Super Bowl winning quarterback? And then I was like, oh wait, it's
his wife did not even look at him. She was like, you sleep on the couch tonight.
Right. Then hey, real quick.
You can come in through the garage.
Yeah, right. We'll wrap this up real quick. That's kind of what we thought about the NFC West. Predictions for next year. I think it probably goes Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks.
Wow.
Babe.
Niners. I'm sorry.
Rams, she said it. You heard it. You guys heard it here first.
The Niners win the division next year.
You heard it. You heard it right here. Take off that shirt. Not right now, but later on.
That still sounds fucking bad.
Traitor, dude. She's going to be a Bills fan next year.
I'd rather get hit by a flaming bus.
Damn, bro. It's like I've been riding that flaming bus for fucking 4 years now.
He's like, we're done. Rams, Niners, Seattle, and Arizona dead last.
What? Okay.
And I say not by much. It's going to be a toss-up between those two. Seattle and Arizona dead last.
I was almost going to agree with her, but it's going to be Rams, 49ers, Cardinals, then the Seattle.
Oh, okay. So
I think it's a close race between the last two.
On the NFC West.
I will be very surprised if Seattle.
I got the Cards better than 49ers.
I mean, they pretty much have to say F it to Murray.
I don't think Garoppolo.
I
think the Niners are that good. I
don't think but they're better than Arizona and they're better than Seattle.
I don't think they're better than Arizona.
I think the 49ers are better than Arizona.
The Niners, I'd say.
I think Arizona is better than Seattle.
I think everybody's better than Seattle except the Browns.
You literally
I-
put Seattle
But
winning over the
Anybody-
Yeah, I
Arizona.
put them in third, but I said not
Yeah.
by much. It's gonna be one of
Yeah.
those where it's gonna
I
be
mean,
one
a
or the
win's
other.
a
Right?
win. If Vin Diesel told me anything, an inch or a mile, a win's a win.
I don't like
Next
Vin Diesel.
week. Next week we're going
You've
to
never
stick.
seen Fast and the Furious?
I
with-
have, unfortunately. It's
We're going to
terrible.
stick with the NFC.
Oh,
We're
that's
gonna
annoying, yeah.
we're gonna take care of the NFC South.
Like when The Rock's your main character in your movie,
Uh-huh.
your movie, it's probably gonna suck ass.
And I don't think the
Jumanji was
NFC
good.
South will take that long.
It was actually pretty damn good.
So maybe
Jack Black was
we'll
like the
include
best.
some other conferences, but maybe not. No. Next week, NFC South. We're gonna talk about your Saints, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That sounded really rude.
On a side note, did you guys hear the rumor that Tom Brady actually didn't retire and he's going to be the 49ers quarterback?
I think if he needs to prove something, he needs to go to Detroit and win a Super Bowl.
Fuck yeah. If he wins
If
that
you're
Super
so
Bowl,
good,
like,
if he wins it, I'll
nobody
shut
can
up. I won't say nothing.
anything.
No, I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't say fuck Tom Brady, no nothing. I'd be like, all right, man, the guy is
No,
that good
I'll
shit.
always be fuck Tom Brady.
Stafford would have to kneel before Tom Brady.
No, we're
Tom
not doing all
Brady.
that crap. We're not doing all that crap.
Yeah, Buffalo's
I-
like,
Yeah,
bro.
but thing is,
Sorry, dog.
I think, Matty suffered for 12 years in Detroit.
It's because of Adam.
No, I'm
Vinatieri.
super happy he won for him. It's like as far as like because I
Freaking
like players.
Look-
Look,
not
look,
really
at, look at him.
teams.
He's going to be
No,
sitting
he
like
just,
that for the next like 20 years because he ain't going to win
This
shit.
team that won went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and then couldn't pull
Still
it together.
couldn't get it. Not one. You didn't just say lose
Hold
one.
on,
You lost
you gotta
four
talk
in a
about
row.
that. That was the greatest.
Like 30 years ago? Yeah,
The
you guys
greatest
remember
team that
that?
couldn't win a Super Bowl.
Ever put
Congratulations.
together.
Yeah, cool.
Nah, are
Hey,
you
we have
kidding me?
two. Oh my God! Well, we've been there 3 times, 4
Yeah.
times, and we're at 50%.
All right.
It's like saying you're the least best player. You know who the least best player is? The first worst player.
All right. Next week, Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints.
So pretty much a garbage division right
I
now.
was like, can we just skip them?
Can we like do actually something better? I'd rather talk about Buffalo Bills for fucking 2
Yeah.
hours than that.
Oh God,
We
that's
could
terrible.
talk about you
Oh,
want
why
to
would
do
don't
that
do
instead?
that? Don't.
Okay, hold on. Never mind. We have
What
a
did
change
you do?
next week.
What did you do?
I wanted the
Bills
podcast to be 2
talk.
minutes because what can you really say
Oh.
about Buffalo?
He's gonna change it.
You should have said 13 seconds. It's actually what you
It'll take,
should
but
have
it'll take
said.
you longer. It'll take the 13 seconds. It's gonna take you to set up. It's gonna be way
I was
longer.
gonna say,
than
yeah,
the
it's gonna take me
podcast.
longer to set up and get onto the show than it is. My computer
Well-
dies and I miss the whole stuff.
Well, next week we're going to talk Buffalo Bills. Andre Reed, Mr. Steve Tasker. We're going.
All the people who could not win.
Actually, what I would
Super Bowl.
really like to talk about, if we really want to talk about football, is USFL. Man, it's going to start here pretty soon.
I
in
like
April.
that someone
We'll get
threw
to
the
that.
idea of relegation too for the
I
NFL.
love it.
I think that'd be fucking worth it.
I'd like to start a fantasy. I was hoping
I
Ace
don't-
was going to be on so I could ask him about it, but
No, I guarantee you 100% he'll do it with us.
yeah.
100%.
bad.
I know we will.
We have to set it up through ESPN, I think, a little bit differently because like they're not going to offer it just like a straight. I watched some of the drafts, but like they only did the first picks,
Obviously, we know we can. Well,
and they made you pick certain players on the rounds. That was weird.
I don't know what to tell
The
you
first
about
round
all
was for
that.
quarterback, and then they did like defensive players the next couple rounds, but they only broadcasted the first round picks.
Mm.
So I thought that was weird. I think you should be able to draft how you want to draft, not be told what position I have to draft based on my pick, because it's pretty much guaranteed who's drafting who. Anyway,
Who
I'm
am
pretty
I
pissed
missing?
off that the Houston is called the Gamblers. Like this bullshit. We don't even have gambling in Texas. Like, come on.
What an
Well, luckily
irony
we
at its
didn't
best.
know
Oh my
you
Like,
was
come
God.
on, dude.
That is wonderful.
Like the worst name ever.
Hey, you know what'll be funny? We call them gamblers. Someone's like, yeah, fuck it.
They're
And
like,
just-
hell
just
yeah. We'll
slapped it
remind
on there.
everybody what we can't do here. Win.
The Bucks. All right.
I don't
So
know.
next
Hopefully
week,
it's good.
we will do the NFC South. We will give you the review of their crap thing. We might even include it with the NFC East.
Did you hear Kamara may get like 1 to 5 years if
Yep.
he can't
Yeah,
like
because he stomped that
handle
fool
it?
like 23
Oh,
times.
come
And then like
on.
one of the Chiefs players was
I
caught
love
up.
how
Was
you
with
want
him,
to
yeah.
do this at the end of the show.
Yep. Well,
I mean, I know they have enough money where it's going to get swept under the table realistically, but like he should have some kind of like something to do with the NFL. They need to penalize him or punish him. I mean, you can't just
suspend him.
we can't stomp out somebody for no reason just because you made us angry and get away with it. So why should that dude be able to? And trust me, he's one of my favorite running backs, but that's bullshit, bro.
It is.
Must
You're
be
a-
nice to be rich.
Fuck, man. I know.
But next
I
week,
do that. I go to jail, and all of a sudden that's a problem.
but we will bring you all of that next week. Everything that's going on. Bring you the NFC South, 100% for sure. And anything else to bring you in the news of the NFL? Renee, thank you for coming on and talking and telling us about your Super Bowl champion, LA Rams. Donnie, thank you for joining, giving us perspective on football.
Thank you, bro, for having me. So glad we don't have to talk about the Rams anymore.
And we're gonna see y'all next week. We're gonna
Bye,
talk
Renee.
about the NFC South. We may include other things. You never know what you're going to get. Come up and join us. Thank you for joining us on FTB Sports, Through the Table, an NFL podcast where we talk all things NFL and we bring you good bits and pieces of everything.
And we're not biased.
We're not biased. Go Bills.
I was like, we aren't.
Bills Mafia. Fuck
Shit.
Tom Brady. We'll see y'all next week.
It's going to be cool.